What's going on everyone in YouTube? Well, this is the Cockney biker. Got a bit of a treat for you today. I brought my bike in for a service and a few little bits and pieces, and actually I need a new front tyre, so they're going to replace that, so I'm stuck here for a little bit. So I said to him, I want to try out one of your bikes. He said, alright, well, try out one of these. This is a 2018 BMW R1200, 125 horses, and yeah, so I'm a big fan of the Missenden Flyer, and he rides one of these, and he absolutely loves it. He thinks it's the best thing since sliced bread. So I want to know what all the fuss is about. So a lot of people go touring on these, so let's fire up and see what 1200 cc's feels like. Now, the bike itself is pretty tall. I'm actually tippy-toeing on this one here. I'm what, 5'9", 5'10". So, and yeah, I'm definitely on my tippy toes. But I'm not uncomfortable though. It's got pretty bouncy suspension. Now the boxer engines, you can definitely hear each, like, it's not like the six banger, which is what I've got, the K1600. So you've got your normal controls here, okay. Heated grips, you've got your mode, road mode, dynamic, enduro, rain. So we'll leave it on road. And you've got a lovely TFT display here. Right, you've got your menu button here up and down. You've got your ABS. Oh, you can set your ABS. See if I can do anything to lower the suspension a little bit here. Okay, you've got your fog lights, horn indicators, and your cruise control. Alright, everything's up. Let's kick her off. Well, let's see if we can... Alright, so you've got like a manually adjustable windscreen. Got a silky smooth like gear change. And the seat is very comfortable. Yeah, you can definitely go touring on this. And you've got a lovely TFT display screen here. Let me change that mode to dynamic. There we go. Brakes. Okay, lots of stopping power on the brakes there. Gravel, my nemesis. And for a bike this height, it's very flickable. You know, I could get used to this. So really, it sort of begs the question, can a person coming off a cruiser or a sports bike get on one of these? And the answer is yes. You know, without going through too much aggravation. There is definitely a unique sense to the boxer engine, a unique feel. If you've never ridden a boxer engine before, which I haven't, this is my first time on a boxer engine, even though I've had a BMW for a while. You do feel very in control of that. I mean, she goes. Makes me wonder though what the 1250 feels like. I've really got to turn that. Okay, I think I've turned it off, the heated hand grips. The mirrors feel a bit close to you, but at the same time I've got a really nice view of what's going on behind me. Yeah, she's not as heavy a behemoth as my K1600. Yeah, top gear doing, what's it, I'm doing 68, crank her open. No, you're fine. She's got power to get you up there. Okay, I was expecting to feel really nervous about being on this bike, but actually I'm not. I'm actually quite comfortable. Tell you what, if you've never ridden a bike with little grip protectors on there, I can tell you they're actually quite useful. In for a penny, in for a pound. The only thing you have to be wary of is the fact that you are on tippy toes, and that does take a little bit of getting used to. But she's really well balanced. I mean, stable. Yeah, this is the first time ever that I've been on a Duel Sport motorcycle. First time. And it's not a bad experience. It's not scary. Now what would probably scare me is if I got onto one of those BMW 1000RRs. That would scare me. But this one here, you set your cruise control. Yeah, cruise control. And yeah, you're in a completely upright position. And you can just go touring with this. I mean, she's big to look at, but she's not big to ride. I mean, ergonomically, you know, your feet are at like a bit of an angle. Your knees are bent at a bit of an angle is what I actually mean to say. Yeah, I mean, if you're 1 foot in, then you could flat foot it. And that's probably a deal breaker for a lot of people, the ability to get both feet flat on the ground. I've got 1 foot down there and we're good to go. And considering how stable she is, I'm not seeing a problem with doing it that way. I might do that on the K1600. I could definitely see what the Mr. Flyer, what he sees in these bikes. I can definitely see it. Now, would I have one myself? I don't know. I mean, if I was going to be doing like, you know, the African terrain, if I was going to go like, you know, across a continent in varying sort of road conditions, then yeah, I mean, this would probably be the best thing to do it with. But considering most of my riding life is on the straights or on nice tarmacked pavement, I mean, brakes are as brakes are. The stopping abilities of this, I mean, it's got ABS. Right, let's kick that up. Oh, where's neutral? Come on, there you go. That's not a bad bike. Not too sure about the headlights, but your radiator's up on high, so anything gets kicked up just hits the crankcase and is less likely to cause any damage. Dynamic ESA, single swing arm. I mean, spoked wheels, which is the best for, like, you know, off-roading or anything like that. Cushions a lot of the blows. Brembo Brakes. Oh, that's right, yeah, BMW went to Brembos. They had their own, which worked just fine. Otherwise, you can load it up with luggage. Go anywhere you need to go. I mean, this is like the bog standard version, so they've got nothing extra on it. I mean, it's got a decent enough engine guard, but I understand that there's a few owners out there who actually replace these standard engine guards with like aftermarkets. Something about how they just do little more than just sort of crumble under the slightest drop. I'll say the one exhaust, well protected there. Well, sort of protected. That's not really to protect the exhaust. That's just to hold on to your luggage. Shaft driven, single rear suspension. The gearbox is really smooth. I do like the gearbox. My bike is clunk, clunk, clunk. With this one, now I don't know if it's got the progressive clutch or whatever it is. I'll put a blurb on top there to when I remember what it's called, like the clutchless shifting. But I've been doing clutchless shifting on it, and it seems pretty smooth. But then, you know, I'm pretty good at matching revs with the speed of the bike when I'm gearing up and down. You got high out fog lights there. Not a bad machine. Not bad at all. Right, back on we go. I do like that TFT display. It's very bright and all super duper. And you got your mount here for your Garmin. $1,000 a bloody pop, but hey, they're always worth it. And I want to go this way. Yeah, if you're in the market for one of these bikes, I don't really think you could go wrong. I mean, you've got the 19s now, which have got the adjustable cams or whatever it is. But even like the 18s are just a standard, bog standard 1200. I mean, how can you go wrong? Yes, it's a bit of a dad's jeans, but sod it. Like I said, but coming off a bike which is like 160 horses to 125, I do feel that it's not underpowered, not in the slightest bit, but definitely I've been spoilt with, like, you know, the 160 horses. Yeah, I'm just crawling along and I don't feel... I'm sort of having to like knock an arse off the arse cheek off the seat here. But I do see now what all the fuss is about when it comes to dual sports. I mean, you could crawl along on this and you're feeling okay. The only thing to get used to for the first hour or so is just the height of it when you come to a stop, but only when you come to a stop. Anyway, this does come with heated grips. I don't know about the heated seat, but yeah, they do work. I was singeing my fingers a minute ago. Now, I'm not sure if it's just me, but I am sort of leaning a little bit forward, and I am sort of resting a bit more on the handlebars than I was on the K1600. I mean, I could sit up straight, but if I held like this for too long, I could see my elbows giving way. I mean, it's not like a sports bike where you're right the way down there, but you know it. Well, I mean, that's my quick review on this. Would I own one? I would. If I had the money for it, yes, I would own one. But it would have to be like, you know, a Wednesday bike. Like I said, I do most of my riding on the roads. I don't do too much off-roading or gravelly roads or any sort of conditions that call for it. That call for it to be like, you know, having to go through any kind of endurance. Well, first impressions, like 10-minute ride on the BMW R1200, and I'm kind of impressed about how easy it is to ride, considering how much of a big bike it is. And it's the first time I've ever been on a boxer engine, so I know I've mentioned that before, but I've got to reiterate that. So, you know, the revs and the running, hey, not bad. Not a bad bike at all. I mean, the looks you'd have to get used to. I mean, there are people who love it and think it's horrible. But, oh, let's take a walk up the other end there. Alright, well, everybody, thank you so much for watching this vid. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, it's just down there, and there's some more videos hovering around here. In the meantime, this is the Cockney Biker signing off. You take care of yourself, and there you go, and laters.